Okay, so now I think you understand a few things at least. I've been clear about the fact that I was not talking about biracials for no reason. Um, Pretty Black Magic was not talking about biracials for no reason at all. In the video I'm talking about, I never say Pretty Black Magic is biracial. But as far as I know, yes, Pretty Black Magic, I think is biracial, but I don't know for sure. Maybe she's not. But I thought another person told me that she was half white. But yeah, I never said she was biracial there. I said that she was someone who was upset at me for being in a certain space. I said the biracial person in my comments who said they were biracial basically said that I was not allowed to be in that space, and that basically I was trying to basically cause issue, and they were basically lying on me as to what was actually going on. So that's why, for me, I was just basically pointing out that why is it that certain people of this type of origin seem to attack me in this fashion, for no reason. Was I thinking about Pretty Black Girl Magic? No, I wasn't. And I have proof to prove I wasn't talking about Pretty Black Girl Magic. I was talking about one of you Golden Sphere individuals.
Everything I'm saying with colors. I thought I would do this video because it's very
You see that?
important and it's part of everything I'm saying with colors. I've talked about this so many times with colorism and people saying that colorism exists. If it exists, then how do you get people who are light skinned? And I know from this person, the way they talk about like Christina Davistan and people like that being brown skinned. They are actually light skinned from what they say at least. And they still are jealous of someone who is brown skinned.
So I've been saying this for the last 6 months, okay? I've been saying, if colorism exists, why are you guys so jealous? Why do you guys always make up stuff? Why do you always get mad when I point out that you're jealous and that you guys are bitter? Why? Oh yeah, because I understand people lighter are not supposed to be jealous of those darker, right? People more white are not supposed to be jealous of the people less white. Yet you still are, and you're still feeling it. So you're wondering why you feel that way, and I'm wondering why you're acting that way. I wish you could have some good self-esteem so you wouldn't bother me. That's all I wish, But, I mean, like, to me, I don't have any issue with you guys. From my perspective, I don't see you guys as the goal, okay? My perspective is to see dark-skinned black women as more the goal. I understand that'll never happen for me, so I'm just happy with basically having my own strength and my own phenotype. You have to be happy with what you have sometimes, even if it's not exactly what you want, So, to me, that's my issue. That's what I've always questioned. If colorism is such a big thing, why is it you get light-skinned people jealous often? And this isn't just that situation, okay? There's plenty of other situations. I've talked about my roommate, my white passing roommate, who went around to everyone she ever met to try and tell everybody that a 17-year-old had breast implants, that being me. So, to me, the jealousy of this lady trying to make up a lie on a little kid having breast implants who doesn't even have lights on in its house is really just crazy, in my opinion. Just saying. the poverty level I was living in, and on top of it, you're gonna say that someone has implants. Yeah. So that's to me a thing. Like, I've always encountered people lighter than me, jealous of me. And that's a major reason why I've never really believed in colorism. Because there's so many reasons for it. One, because I'll see dark skinned black people acting up, and it's like, well, how is it true that colorism exists if you're acting like this? You are literally shaming me for my African features. How the fuck does this work this way? If colorism really was real, then I wouldn't be feeling the heat right now, but you're putting the heat on me. If the person who's supposed to be suffering from colorism is really the one portraying colorism, how can colorism really exist? Then on the other end of it, having jealousy from you guys, from my perspective, it's like, well, from my perspective, it's two things. One, from my angle, it's like, well, things aren't seeming like it's better in comparison to dark-skinned women. So then that's a reason I don't believe in colorism. Then the second reason is when I see you guys acting jealous, I'm like, well, it can't be all that cracked up to and good, because you guys are jealous. How can you guys be jealous and angry at me when I'm darker? Aren't I supposed to be lacking some kind of privilege you got out there? But it's at the same time, somehow your privilege isn't enough to make you happy, at least. So from my perspective, it's like, well, this shit ain't real. That's how I see it, because from my perspective, I don't see how it's real. In comparison to a dark-skinned black woman, I don't see how it's real. And then from a light-skinned person, I see that it's like they're not acting like it's real. So to me, it's like, well, it's not real. And that's not hate against dark-skinned black women. People always think it's hate because I don't think colorism exists. It's from my personal experiences, I can't say colorism exists. Add it to the fact that I grew up with a dark-skinned black mother telling me colorism doesn't exist. So, I mean, like, if she's saying it, she's not feeling it, and she's dark-skinned. I'm not feeling it, and I'm brown-skinned. A light-skinned person isn't acting like it exists, and they're light-skinned. It's safe for me to understand that it doesn't exist. Honestly, I mean, I can say that's true. White people, I've had white women jealous of me too. Usually it's a body connection thing. They have an issue with like being skinny or something like that. But generally it's not to the extent of on a physical level. Like, for example, the girl who is running around talking about breast implants, she, like, the next day tried to copy my complete look, makeup, hair, and everything that she could muster. She couldn't try to copy my body because she had a bigger gut and her breasts were small. So, I mean, like, there was no way to copy me there. But, I mean, everything else, she tried to copy me head to toe. I don't see white women do crazy shit like that. They don't just copy me like that. I've seen light-skinned black women do that. Sometimes you'll see dark-skinned black women get in certain moods, but most of the time you don't. And if they do, it's usually one of those women who come from a mixed mom or something and they have some kind of weird complex going on. But if they are just some normal dark-skinned black woman, it's almost like they understand we're different, we have different phenotypes, we got different looks. Honestly, I mean, like, the dark-skinned black woman, she's beautiful. She's an ideal look. Why copy me? I'm just like a knockoff, honestly. But to me, that's just my perspective on the whole situation. It's just like, I don't understand why you guys get mad because I just pointed out that light skin privilege doesn't exist when you guys act that way. When you act like you're mad or you're jealous, you're basically telling darker people that the colorism thing didn't work for you. The light skin privilege did not work for you. And people like me start to question, does it really exist? it doesn't seem so. I mean, people will say, oh, someone said an ignorant comment. Colorism exists. Fuck no. Colorism doesn't exist because someone was stupid as fuck. That person's just stupid as fuck. That person's just self-hating, you know? But that doesn't mean that colorism exists. Stupid people exist, yes. You think I was born yesterday and I've never met a dumb person? Like, of course I know dumb people exist. But, yeah, to me it's just like, at the bottom line of this situation, you made up the story that we were talking about biracials and things of that nature. You made up that I even tried to call Pretty Black Girl Magic biracial. I never even did in any of my videos. You just made up that story because you thought it was kind of... it could fit with everything else you were saying. Yes, I did complain in that video, and I did mention her, but I didn't directly say she is biracial. I will play the rest of that video just to show that I never said that she was biracial. But who I was talking about as far as the jealousy situation, that was in reference to your friends in the Golden Sphere. So continuing. So I just wanted to point this out. Why do you guys feel the need to lie on people? And why is it always a biracial or a light skin? Why is that? Do you know why people lie on a... And I said, or a light-skinned, matter of fact. So, even if I was referencing her, which I wasn't, I was actually thinking of different other situations in my life, and I was including this situation with the comment. But even if I was, that's not me calling her biracial. I specifically said light-skinned, too. Continue. Other people, it's because they can't use the truth to speak against someone. You can't use the truth to speak against someone. You have to make up stuff about them. Just like the individual that we were talking about in this video. They have to make up stuff to talk against someone. And the only reason they do that is because of jealousy. Now, trying to claim and trying to bully me and tell me not to go in my spaces of black women when you guys aren't even black women yourselves. You are biracials. This person's biracial. The person that was angry at me for being in a black women's space was angry at me. I mean, sweetie, I think it's actually more the other way around. Exactly. The lady I'm talking about right there, I did reference that. I never said she was biracial. Never said she was biracial. I just said she was angry at me for being in her space. I never said that. As far as I understand, I think she's biracial. If she's not, then that's something to think about. I don't know. I was told that she had a white father by someone else. Maybe it wasn't a credible source. But I never said in this video that she was biracial. Continue. Round, you don't dictate to me where I go. I dictate to you where you go. That's how it's always been. You thought you got too big for your britches, and you thought that, oh, I'm going to tell other black women not to be in black women's spaces, when you aren't even a black woman. Like, come on now. You guys are so weird. And that's why. And you really think I'm talking to Pretty Black Girl Magic right there, when I'm literally talking to the person on the screen, which I've been talking to on the screen the whole damn time. So, quit twisting and lying. You're just proving my point about you guys lying again. Why are you lying? Tell the truth. You're mad at other people. And I feel like, honestly, this is a good telltale sign that you prove that colorism doesn't exist. Because why do you have to lie on someone? Oh, because you feel jealousy inside. And people who feel jealousy cannot have privilege over the ones they have jealousy for. And this is a common thing with black
biracials. Honestly, I've gotten a lot of jealousy from them. I've gotten a lot of jealousy from light-skinned black women too. And it's like,
I'm gonna give you the meat.
if you're supposed to have a privilege over me for being high yellow, then you shouldn't be jealous of me. You shouldn't be angry at me. But the thing is, skin tone isn't all that it's cracked up to be, now is it? And you know that. And that's why you are mad and jealous of me. It works each and every time. Every insecure light skinned or biracial black woman, I can tell when they are insecure how they get jealous of me. And how I basically, always am like, I understand the way some people like that work. They appease some dark skinned black women. Sometimes they really don't, because they'll still egg on people to attack dark skinned black women often. And we know when they do this. You can see on certain people's platforms. Not that I'm against it, I understand the purpose of it in those cases. And it's very different for why it was done rather than why the onlooker was okay with it happening. That was the light skinned biracial. So, to me, it's just like, I just find it really weird that sometimes these people think that they'll try and lie about other black women to try and exclude them from their own spaces while trying to dominate our spaces. Like, what are you doing, sweetie? People keep saying you're not even black. So why are you trying to attack someone and say that they are, you know, someone who doesn't belong in their space? You know, as far as stalking people, as I'm showing all my past videos, have got nothing to do with pretty black girl magic, so I don't know why you keep making those lies up. I actually do know why you make those lies up, because you're jealous. And like I said, this is a good example of why colorism doesn't exist. Because if colorism did exist, you wouldn't be jealous of someone darker than you. I'm clearly a caramel, peanut butter, whatever complexion. I am not high yellow, but you still are jealous. That's why light skin isn't that important. Light skin privilege isn't really a thing. Colorism doesn't exist. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.
So, yeah, that's what I'm just basically saying. If you watched through that whole thing, I only mentioned Pretty Black Girl Magic at the end, where I'm saying I'm actually not doing any videos on her specifically. I'm addressing the person in the comments. Because most of the comments he was making, or actually she, I think, I don't know what it was. Some people implied that it might have been a he, some people implied it could have been a she, I don't know. But the point was, this person kept making up that I was stalking someone, and I was saying that I wasn't stalking anybody. That's what I was talking about. I said he made up stuff, or she made up stuff, because he was, or she was jealous of me. Because why do you make up stuff about a person? Unless you have some situation where you feel like you're not going to be able to slam this person without lying about them, basically. So that's what I was trying to say in this video. That's all I'm going to say in this video for today. As far as saying that I was calling Pretty Black Girl Magic biracial, I did not say that specifically in that video. And I never actually said that in my videos. To be completely honest, I don't think I said that in my comments either. So I just kind of find it odd that you made up that whole contention. I remember somebody trying to say that, though, but I didn't say that specifically. So I think people making up this narrative are just basically trying to create a certain idea with me to try and cause riffraff or lie about people. But you're totally proving my point about lying about people. See, you're yet another biracial who is lying about me. So, you've actually proved me right in another regard, So, thank you for that. I'm gonna upload this video tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Bye. Like and subscribe. Comment down below.